David, I know you're probably still processing the game, but if you were to reflect on the season and think back where you were last year, what are some things that you learned about yourself in the game of football through Jeff?
Um, coaches just taught us that no matter what situation, to just to go as hard as you can and to just attack at everything. So, no matter the circumstances, you're up by 60, down by 60, just to keep on attacking. And I think that the team and myself included has really, worked on that, and we've gotten a lot better at that. No matter the circumstances, we've came to fight every single snap.
You talked about you had a big day today, forced fumble, the big hit on the onside kick, and a couple other plays, tackle for a loss, that kind of thing. What was it like stepping in with Tariq out and having to step up a lot and play?
Not only was I playing for Tariq because he stepped up, but I was also playing for the seniors. We have two seniors that we look up to on the defensive side, Christian Campbell and Brentavious Gladden. So, Coach challenged us last night and throughout the whole week to, if you don't have anything else to play for the seniors because they're an amazing bunch. So that's really who I went out there and played for.
Jalen, what did you learn from playing your first full season? What did you pick up, to move forward with?
Getting out there, I realized that communication on the field is key. A college football game is way more hectic than high school, so you need to communicate because if you don't get the right play call, that's whenever busts happen. It's not that we're not talented; it's just the lack of communication will hurt us at times. So if you don't get that part right, then it's hard chance to make a play.
David, what did you see in the third quarter in terms of the defense? And you guys kind of gave up some really good momentum that you built in the first half.
Um, just letting it slip away just a little bit. We were doing really well. They couldn't run the ball on us. And it just comes down to like what I've talked about before is sometimes just eye discipline, communication. We're packing the box and then they just want to throw it over our heads, which is not what we were expecting at all. To be honest with you, I going into the game thought they were going to throw the ball less than 10 times. I thought they were going to line up and try to run it down our throats. So I was, I think that's very encouraging to me how well we stopped the run today, especially in the first half. But in the third half, third quarter, it's just, when you face a 4-quarter team, you got to bring it all 4 quarters, and they just let us slip away a little bit.
What do you take out of this season that you can build on for next year?
Um, we were really young on both sides of the ball, transitioning defense as well as offense, and just the amount of effort and passion that this team has, even with all the adversity that we faced. I feel very confident from the fight that this team faced that we'll go into next season with a better mindset and more outcomes that result in wins.
David, what were your emotions like? This was sort of your senior class, and seeing those guys go out and not being a part of that, I imagine it was a little bit emotional for you today, kind of going through all of that and playing your last game with some of these guys that you've been so close to.
Yeah, a lot of those guys are some of my best friends. It's just frustrating to send them out on a game like that. Not what we planned, but a lot of those guys played a really good game today, and that's that's something that it's your last day on the flats, and to put a good game together, that's encouraging for them. And it's a little it's kind of weird coming in with them and not going out with them. But I'm glad that I have the opportunity to come back next year, and we're just gonna go to work.
Guys forced 3 turnovers today. Is that the sort of style that is trying to be developed here? To be, have that kind of confusion and mayhem on defense?
Well, yeah, absolutely. The if you want to win games, you got to win the turnover margin, and we knew coming into this game that as a defense we were going to have to get the ball and we were going to have to cause turnovers, and and that they're credit to them. They're usually a team that's very good about keeping the ball away from the defense, and we created a lot of turnovers today. And that is something that the coaches harp on every single day is we want to lead the country in takeaways. We want to lead the country in takeaways. And, as a defense, I think that we've taken the right step, and we've had really big moments and really big games at some points. But I think that consistency is where we're going to move forward on is, consistently every single game getting multiple turnovers, and that'll be a big difference.
Jalen, I have a question for you, and David, I want you to talk about different plays. But Jalen, can you kind of tell me what your assignment was on the onside kick and just what it was like for it to unfold?
Well,
And then go ahead, and then I'll ask David.
Right
his
before
question.
we kicked it, Coach Collins said either find a way or make a way to get the ball. So I know going into that, the way that we practiced it all week, it's just gonna be a little bloop kick to where I really wouldn't have to try for it. It's just gonna land in my hands. But once the ball was kicked and I saw, I think it was number 24 trying to catch it, I knew I had to get the ball away from him. And then recovering the onside kick was just like icing on top of the cake because I thought Wanye or someone else had it at first. But then when I saw it square him out, I knew I had to get on top of it just to give our offense a chance.
David, you had the forced fumble on the Wildcat play. It seemed like you kind of knew it was coming, and then also they had that fake swing pass and they threw it over your guys' heads. I'm curious. It almost looked like you guys kind of thought you was coming. Can you describe just what happened on that play if you remember?
Which one are you talking about? The forced fumble or the other one? Well, the forced fumble. They've very rarely ever gotten in Wildcat like that, and I know with Swift he likes to go sideways. So to be honest with you, I didn't even know the ball came out. I just knew I tackled him, and then all of a sudden Trey has the ball. I was like, all right, cool. But and then the other one, it's just eye discipline. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know exactly what happened. It's just it was probably just eye discipline. Guys doing their job, winning their 111th.
Anything else for Jalen or Dave?
Coach talked all year about how you've talked about how you tried to lead by example. How satisfying has it been for you to see some of the lessons you've taught the young guys actually take hold?
Well, yeah, that's our culture, and our new culture is of course maximum effort, all that, but lead by example, and it's guys like Tyler Davis and Tyler Cooksey with the tight end group. I mean, those guys are leaving a legacy just of how to do it, and we've seen how our younger guys are developing faster and faster, and that's what's going to take us to a top tier program. Is your young guys are ready to play faster, and a lot of these top tier programs, that's what it is they have depth because their young guys are able to play faster. And so, I think that the culture is right around here, and it's only going to get better and better this next off season. It's going to be really tough, and it's exactly what we need, and I'm looking forward to it.
Anything else?
How did it feel to finally get the touchdown? I know you've been waiting and kind of been pulled out of some of the goal line situations just because of the play calls and that kind of thing. But what did it feel like to finally get that touchdown?
Honestly, it wasn't about me. I think the second that I caught it, I thought about everybody that helped me out on this journey, to be honest with you. And I want to mention their names because I wouldn't be able to be here right now without them. The trainers, Mark Smith, Eric Avila, Rhea, Rob, Carell, Lauren, strength staff that did a heck of a job the whole year. Coach Lou, Kyle Sager, Ed Thompson, Brandon, Coach Reed. Without them, I don't know if I would have made it this far. You know what I mean? So when I did it, I didn't even think about myself, to be honest. I mean, it kind of just cultivated and reminiscent in my mind of the journey that it took to get here, and it wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for those people. So those people don't get enough credit, and I'm just so thankful that I got this year to spend with them, create friendships that will last on forever, and just really appreciative of what those people have done for me this year.
The tight end position has evolved during this season, and you were very instrumental in making that happen. How do you see things evolving for the future for the tight ends?
Yeah. In general, I think everything will continue to evolve, and once guys start figuring out details, I think it all will come. I think it takes time, right? I mean, you can't flip this thing overnight. And I think the guys did a heck of a job all year. The biggest thing that I'm proud of these guys is they're so bought in. They're there every step of the way. They want to do everything possible to give everything that they have every single day. And I think that's what I'll take with me the most, is how proud I am of these guys. Never quit. You know what I mean? No matter the record, no matter the score, the dudes on this team just fight every day. If you came to practice during the week, any week, it was the same from camp, same from August. So I think with that attitude, that things are just going to continue to evolve. Things are just going to continue to go up. And I've no doubt in my mind that during this off season. The guys are going to have a little sour taste in their mouth off the season in general, and I know they're going to work harder than they ever have here. So it'll be exciting to see what they can do.
Last college game, kind of as the gravity started to sink in that
Yeah.
that it's now this phase is over and it's on to the next.
Yeah, I mean, I tell people this all the time. I wish I could play college football forever. I mean, there's just nothing quite like it. The alumni, the students, the bands, the fight songs. I mean, I just get emotional thinking about it, to be honest with you. I mean, there's nothing like college football. And I wouldn't trade my journey for the last year for anything. I'm just truly thankful that I got to live out this dream for here.
Back for you tell you had the
Sorry,
three
bud.
back stuff.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Can you just tell me a little about how that came about and how you felt like it worked out?
What day coming here?
Three backs and the two tight.
Oh, something that we put in this week. It was a good switch up. To be honest with you, it was cool to get all three of us in there. It was just adjustment that we made during the week. We thought that it would be able to open some things up for us in the run game and then in the pass game, and it was a cool package. And
Described Georgia as I think freaks every position. I'm curious if they lived up to kind of what you suspected.
yeah, I mean they're a great team. They're a great team. They got good players at every single position across the board. Defensively, they got a great scheme that they play well together. I think they're a really good team overall, and I wish them luck next week. And they're a really good football team, so all credit goes to them.
What's one thing you'll take from your journey here at Georgia Tech?
I think it would just give everything you have. I think I tried to do that since day one that I got here. When I started realizing that the clock was winding down, I think hopefully that I pass it on to the younger guys here. That's the thing that I'll probably follow the most. Just how they develop and how they transform themselves into the college football players that I know that they can be, and just men in general. Since they got here, I was exactly the same, a little immature 17, 18-year-old in college, and it'll be cool to see how they develop in the next 4 years, not only as football players but as people. I think they've come a long way, and I'm really proud to be able to share my time with those guys.
Todd, can you just, the risk of getting you emotional again, could you describe just the locker room after the game, what that was like, and the feeling in there?
I think it's honestly something can't really describe. I mean, I've been in college 5 years, and you see it every year, and you see what it means to the older guys, and you really don't know how it feels till you're in the spot, till it's your time, and I really can't describe what the feeling is. It's just the last 5 years just plays out in your mind how much you've worked every single early morning, every single last rep of a set, every practice. I mean, it all just comes together in one, and it's tough. And then just everybody after the game, just all the young dudes coming up to you, hugging you, all the coaches. Just means the world that I had some kind of impact here. So, yeah. All right. Appreciate you guys this year. Appreciate you.